More tips to deal with emotional vampires. You know, last week I was having so much fun talking about tips to deal with and combat the emotional vampire that I've come up with 3 more. So here's 3 more tips to help you deal with those people that suck the very positivity out of your being. Tip number 1, don't go out at night. Now, I'm not talking about physically not going out at night, but remember, vampires love the dark. They love the darkness in the night time. So, with emotional vampires, it's working out what is their darkness, what are their places, where do they hang out, where do they like to be, and when do they like to be there. And for you, don't go there. Avoid those places whenever you can. So for example, is there a certain place where they congregate? Is there a huddle in the break room? Is there a corner in the canteen? Is there an area where by the coffee machine where they like to gather and gather at particular times? Avoid those places. Avoid those times. Number 2, understand how seductive the emotional vampire can be. Now for those of you who do like your Dracula films, you know that Dracula is a very seductive character. He's very good at winning over his victims, lulling them into a false sense of security and then going for the kill. Just like an emotional vampire. The conversation, the tempo can be really seductive. We all like a whinge. We all love to have a moan. We all love to have banter. And that's fine in moderation. We need to recognise that sometimes the emotional vampire is lurking right there, and that you engaging in that conversation, you're being sucked into their world and you're falling into range for attack. Number 3. There is one difference between the emotional vampire and the real vampire, and that is, if you're bitten by a real vampire, there is a very, very, very high chance that you will become a vampire yourself. Emotional vampires are slightly different. You still have a choice. It is very seductive. If you get bitten by the emotional vampire, you can get infected and you have the potential to start infecting others, to start becoming an emotional vampire yourself. You believe the drama, you believe the negativity, and you get sucked into that world. But unlike the real vampire, you still have a choice. You still have the choice to step away, to remove yourself and to apply the antidote. And the antidote for you is positive thinking, is challenging rationally that negativity, is recognising that whilst things may not be great in some respects, they are never as bad or as dreadful or as awful as the emotional vampire makes out. So remember that. So remember your 3 tips this week for dealing with the emotional vampire. 1, don't go out at night. Don't go where they go, when they go there, because you're leaving yourself vulnerable. 2, understand how seductive it can be and how easy it is to get sucked into their world. Don't allow yourself to be sucked into the world of the emotional vampire. And number 3, remember, if bitten by an emotional vampire, it's not like being bitten by a real vampire. You still have a choice. You still can step away and apply the antidote.
Learn the 6 steps to putting stress in its place by visiting timeouttoolkit.com and claiming your free ebook, Emergency Stress CPR.